ketogenesis and how can it turn your body into, as Andy says, a fat-burning machine? Well, the answers are all right here in holistic nutritionist Leanne Vogel's book, The Keto Beginning. Leanne joins us this morning to explain, and this is, I want to make mention of this, available on your website, which we'll have links on our site, breakfasttelevision.ca. The Keto Beginning. Okay, so first of all, this is a word that many people may not have heard of. So what is ketogenesis?
Yeah, so it's also referred to as ketogenic, or maybe you've heard keto. And what it is it's a high-fat eating style where we're allowing our body to burn fat as energy. So this can be from our body fat or from the fats that we're eating on a daily basis.
Okay, that sort of sounds counterintuitive, I think, to what people are used to hearing.
It does.
High fat intake, kind of signals to us,
I will gain weight. Yeah.
So how does it work?
Well, there's two different types of fuels that our body can run off of. The first is carbohydrates. So those are things like your sugar, grains, pasta, starchy carbs like potatoes, corn, even fruit, and then there's fat. So if we switch into this fat burning mode, where in keto we are eating high fat, low carbohydrate, so our body processes fat differently. So it now becomes our fuel.
Okay, and so in terms of, if we're thinking in terms of percentages, how much fat, how much protein, how much carbohydrates?
This might blow your mind.
Yeah.
So I eat about 70% fat.
What?
Yeah, I know. So on a daily basis, I'm eating about 70% fat, sometimes about 15% carbohydrate, and it varies. For some people, it's 5% carb, up to 15. Some people even do 20 to 25. It really depends on where you're at, and the perfect protein percentage also depends. For myself, it's around 20. So I move between 60 to 70% fat on a daily basis, depending.
And who is this for? Is it for everyone? Is this good for anyone?
Most people, I would say, if you have some certain medical conditions like kidney issues, or maybe you're a diabetic, you should work with a medical professional in order to do that. But most people, for myself, I had hormone irregularities, which made me gain a lot of weight. And this was the only thing that blasted that hormone weight gain and also helped me get my hormones back online. So especially I work with a lot of women who are struggling with hormones, allergies, and they're just not sure how to make sense of it. And this eating style is great for them to help them lose that weight.
Okay, we're going to show you some examples because we want to make sure that you know this is not about eating gristle, right?
No.
Right, there's like the right kind of fat.
Yes, and the thing about low-carbohydrate diets is that a lot of them don't focus on nutrient-dense foods, so I created a protocol that's high in whole foods to make a whole foods-based approach. So we're going to go through some of that.
Okay, let's start over here. So what are we saying?
Yeah, so this is a fat coffee is what we call it, or a butter coffee. Maybe you've heard of bulletproof coffee. So this is an upgrade to that, where I've added hemp seeds, and there's a little bit of coconut oil, some collagen. So I've combined collagen and hemp seeds for protein and carbohydrates, so it sends the right signal to our body that says we're healthy, we're okay, we have fuel. And so this is what I would have in breakfast, for breakfast, instead of...
For breakfast?
For breakfast.
Okay.
So you drink that. I drank that this morning, and
is it yummy? I mean, because I've heard that the butter coffee is good, but the thought of putting some kind of oil in my coffee just...
Yeah, it's freaky. Yeah. So this doesn't have butter in it because my approach is dairy-free, so it's coconut oil. And I always recommend, start off with a teaspoon in the morning, blend it up, see how you do, just in coffee. Yeah. And if you love, your coffees in the morning, now you can make the excuse to drink your coffee. You can also make it with tea if you're sensitive to caffeine. And so it keeps that signal going all through to lunchtime. You don't have to eat until 1 o'clock.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Let's move on here.
Yeah, so when you're first getting going with a high-fat eating style, I find people really want snacks. So this here is cacao butter wafers. So this is the fat from chocolate. Dipped with almond butter. You can use seed butter if you have allergies, and then sprinkled with sea salt. So if you are craving, even if you are eating regular people food, if you're craving something, try one of these and see how quick your craving goes away. It blasts it so fast.
Okay, we have to move quickly through these.
So this is a flax cinnamon bun muffin made with just flax, eggs, avocado oil, so there's no flour.
Right.
And then this last one is a Caesar salad dressing, but instead of cheese, I've used avocado cream so I whip that up with capers and garlic, and that would be something that you would have for lunch with a little bit of chicken thighs instead of breasts.
Right. Because the fat.
Eat the skins. Yum, yum.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an event we also want to fill you in on. Free public lecture at Community. It's tonight at 7 o'clock. This sounds really interesting, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. So
Yes.
more information and links at breakfasttelevision.ca. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.